It's Chris Watkin here, and with Mark from Iceberg Digital. Mark, you're a bit of a marketing guru when it comes to estate agency. What are the 3 biggest mistakes estate agents make with their marketing?
Well, the biggest mistake, and the other 2 stem from this, is that most agents don't have a buyer persona. So most don't even know what a buyer persona is. So a buyer persona
is landlord or a vendor.
Yeah, well, not really. Most agents think that their buyer persona is anyone thinking to buy, rent,
buy, sell, rent,
let, yeah. All of that. Actually, it isn't. Because the reason agents think that is because they're obsessed with market share. But actually, if you dug out your files of the people that were a real pleasure to work with, paid you the right fee, and really liked working with you, and really detailed and profiled that person, their age, their job, their income, their circumstances, why they used you, what the problems were you solved, all of these things, you'd actually start to see a lot of similarities behind your really perfect clients. Whether that be, oh, this person was easy, they only paid 800 quid and it went through nice and fast, or whether it be a more detailed one and this person paid £10,000, they'd be different for everybody. But once you actually figure that out and you name that buyer persona, this, for argument's sake, give him the name of Chris.
Nice name.
Yeah. You can then really focus your marketing on how to appeal to Chris's. If you try to appeal to everyone looking to sell or let their property, you're going to need a massive budget. I mean, literally millions and millions of pounds. Whereas if you just try to appeal to Chris's, you can figure out what Chris's problem was, why he chose you, and then you can create all of the content based around solving those problems so that Chris finds you when he goes looking for his solution. You'll have more time because you'll be dealing with less people. You'll be able to deliver a better service because you'll be dealing with less people and you'll make more money. So the main problem stems from not having a buyer persona.
What are the other 2?
After that comes the strategy. You can't have the strategy because you haven't got the buyer persona. So for most agents, their strategy is, when we're a bit quiet, let's do some marketing. And they get a bit of a peak again, and then they have a trough, and they do a bit of marketing, and up and down it goes like that.
Very hand to mouth.
Very hand to mouth. And you're always looking off the edge of a cliff. So for more profitable, successful companies, they have a marketing strategy that works on a loop, and it doesn't revolve around an instant call to action. Hey, we want some business from this marketing. It just continually runs. So once you've got your buyer persona, you can start building your strategies in terms of creating content, pushing the content out, tracking the content, and eventually, taking it round to conversion. And this loop just runs round and round like a machine in the background of the business. The third biggest mistake that they make with their marketing is that they create their marketing for them as opposed to their audience. So the reason they do that, again, is because they're looking for some sort of instant win from that marketing.
Do you think that's human beings? We're all looking for the quick win in this 21st century. Instant dating, instant shopping with Amazon. It's all instant.
I think so, but I think it's slightly different for a business because you should have a bit more of a strategy around what you're doing. So I get the fact that if you're short of instructions, you need someone to phone you up and give you an instruction. You haven't got time to wait 6 months for it. But that's all the more reason to have a more long-term strategy in place to going back. So when agents do their marketing, they're inclined to say, what could we do that would make people put their house on the market right now? And to do that, they can only target the active market. And when you do marketing to the active market, it's quite a finite amount of people, and it'll always come down to price because those people are already shopping around. So what you need to do is you need to start targeting the dormant market of people that are not yet ready to move.
But that requires patience, Mark.
That requires patience, but it also requires the marketing you're sending out to be useful to them and not that useful to you. So it's not a call to action. It's here's 5 ways on how to settle a child into a new school. Here's some market data on what's going on in the area. Stuff that will be useful to them, that they read, they spend more time with your brand so that when they do move into the active market, they're already a lot more aligned with your brand.
They're bought into you because you've been helpful.
That's right.
But that's counterintuitive because most estate agents' marketing is hire an agent, come and use us.
Yeah, it's not a case that you can't do your kind of shotgun. I need marketing right now. But if you're only doing that, then you're always going to live on that cliff edge. You need something that runs permanently. Hopefully, what runs permanently starts to pay off after a while, and you can do a bit less, shoot people in the face marketing. But I'm not saying never do a sold in your street flyer and never do a special offer. But you need something that's running behind it that will be working on people over the long term.
I like the bit you said that was interesting and relevant to them, not for you. I thought that was a sublime thought.
Yeah, there doesn't even need to be a call to action. We're marketing to people that are not ready to sell their house. Like 100% they're not ready to sell, so don't ask them to.
But give them something that they're going to remember you by producing valuable, interesting content. Mark, that's been marvellous. Thank you very much.
No problem.